The shocking truth behind Nas Daily's attempt at redemption. I was a subscriber, but the more he tries to explain himself, the more he exposes the real Nas. This is just one of the countless comments under Nas Daily's recent video, "It's time to speak out." In this nearly 27-minute video, NZ desperately tried to address the major controversies surrounding him over the years, hoping to clear his name. He boldly declared, "I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to discuss every controversy I've had on YouTube, from Israel to crypto to the Philippines to all that stuff." He was clearly hoping this would help him recover from the years of hate he's been receiving. But in the end, it completely backfired, and he lost the last bit of respect he had in the YouTube community. The rise and fall of NZ Daily. Hi, I'm Alexa. I create YouTube documentaries, and I need your support to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories. Today, we're diving into NZ Daily's disastrous attempt at redemption. Trust me, you won't believe how far he went to make it worse for himself. For the full picture, check out my last video on the downfall of NZ Daily. But here's a quick recap. Starting in 2016, NZ spent 5 years building a loyal fan base of millions who couldn't wait for his next video. He started on Facebook, posting 1-minute videos every single day while traveling the world. "Here's what I'll do. I'm going to make one video, just 1 minute long every single day," he said. And guess what? It worked. He gained millions of followers on Facebook and hit over 12 million by 2019. But then, NZ made the leap to YouTube, creating longer videos on topics ranging from meeting the real-life Tarzan to exposing the grim truth about North Korea. His success exploded. He reached 13 million subscribers and had views that rivaled the population of the entire planet. But then, the scandals began. Since 2021, NZ has been surrounded by controversy, exploiting the world's oldest tattoo artist, Wang Od, for profit, accusations of racism against Filipinos, presenting shady crypto billionaires as heroes, trying to stay neutral on the Israel-Palestine conflict when it was clear he didn't care about either side, mocking Islam in a video titled, "I studied Islam for 1 month and lost all my hair." And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The backlash has been savage. His videos, once racking up millions of views, now barely make it past 100,000. Even worse, he's lost all support from his fans. At one point, the comment sections were filled with love. One viewer even said, "NZ's videos spread light and goodness to everyone. I hope his channel reaches everyone on this planet." Fast forward to today, the comments are brutal. People now call him a narcissist, with lines like, "What a narcissist!" and "so full of himself." Others are demanding, "Please admit you're wrong." The like-to-dislike ratio on his newer uploads, completely disastrous. The failed redemption attempt. When NZ finally responded to his controversies in a video on December 19th, 2024, his long-term fans just hoped, that he would show some growth. They wanted him to take accountability for his actions, admit his mistakes, and show that he had learned something from his past blunders. But instead, they got a reality check they weren't ready for. NZ's apology was nothing more than a self-congratulatory ego trip, clear from the first moment when he compared the wave of criticism against him to a crisis for YouTube itself. "Okay, something terrible is happening on YouTube, and I'm going to talk about it. No one is talking about it, and I think it's time," he said, as if this was somehow the most urgent matter in the YouTube world. And it only got worse from there. He dismissed all the accusations against him by claiming that people only criticized him because of his success. "When we think that everybody who succeeds is evil, I don't quite get why that is," he said. Yes, NZ actually tried to turn the narrative into one about how unfairly successful people are treated. The ego trip continues. If the video needed more ego, he went on and on about how hard he worked. "I worked like a donkey," he said, bragging about building a company worth millions with over 100 employees. This, of course, was all part of what he thought would be a humble apology. But the real kicker? He called himself a hero. "I went from underdog to hero," he boldly declared, as if his rise to fame had somehow earned him that title. He didn't stop there. He kept referring to himself as a hero for the rest of the video. "You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain," he added, completely oblivious to the fact that his audience had no interest in his self-appointed hero status. Viewers, unsurprisingly, didn't hold back. The comments were brutal. "Stop uploading videos already, geez," one person said. Another wrote, "Who has ever thought of you as a hero?" And even more pointedly, even Superman never called himself a hero. And remember, this is just the beginning. We haven't even touched on his response to the numerous controversies. But as you might expect, they're just as empty. Dodging responsibility again. Once again, NZ tries to dodge responsibility. In November 2021 and May 2022, he made videos promoting two crypto billionaires, Sam Bankman-Fried and Changpeng Zhao, who later turned out to be massive scammers. Bankman-Fried even received a fine of over $11 billion and is serving 25 years in prison for scamming his customers. But when NZ was called out, he tried to play the victim, saying, "Yeah, even governments gave this person money, so nobody knew, including Nas Daily." But for some reason, Nas Daily was the one to pay the price. While it's true that no one knew they were scammers at the time, that wasn't the issue. The real problem was that NZ painted them as the most heroic, charitable billionaires the world had ever seen. "Okay, the guy you see next to me is the most generous billionaire in the world. And I found him," he said about Sam Bankman-Fried. He went on to describe him as if he were a saint. "Sam is vegan. Sam sleeps 5 hours a night. Sam lives in the Bahamas with 10 roommates. Sam is 29 years old. But Sam has $22 billion, and he wants to donate all of it to charity." And then he moves on to his attempt at handling the Palestine-Israel conflict, trying to position himself as the neutral peacemaker. Nas's job is, no matter what happens, we're always looking for peace. For two states, for two people. People saw right through this self-serving spiel. He says he wants peace, but gives no real plan or discussion on how to achieve it. Just empty words. The cycle of avoidance and repetition. NZ avoided addressing many of his past scandals in this video too. For example, he admitted to taking money for certain videos without disclosing the sponsorship to his audience. "Sometimes we get a brand deal in which I have to go on the spot for one full day and make a video about a person. So those take full days." He even claimed, very rarely do they mention the sponsorship, ignoring the need for transparency. Let's not forget the Islam controversy, where he shaved his head to make a point, despite the fact that in Islam, shaving one's head is a sacred religious act. Muslims would immediately recognize the disrespect in this careless move. But his biggest failure? His refusal to take accountability. After attempting to address his controversies, NZ posted a video titled, "Why 2024 was the best year of my life." It felt like a flex, right after he had barely scraped the surface of his backlash. It came across as a way to say, "Look how successful I am, despite all the hate." Then, as if this wasn't bad enough, he changed the title of his response video from "It's time to speak out" to "Why I ended my career," almost mocking those who criticized him. He even went so far as to copyright claim small creators for discussing his video, silencing them, even when their use of his content fell under fair use. It's clear now. NZ can't handle criticism, and he's only alienated his audience even further. The comment section on his 2024 update video, full of people saying things like, "I just came here to read the comments," and "Just put the fries in the bag, little dude." In my last video, I said it was possible for him to make a comeback, but after this disastrous response, I don't see how he can dig himself out of this hole anytime soon. His reputation is as good as gone. Thanks for watching! Like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring controversies.